Hi, I'm John Eichelsheim from Boating New Zealand magazine. Today we're aboard the new Rayglass 3500, a long-awaited and much anticipated new model from Rayglass, who have a reputation for building quality vessels. This is certainly one of them. It's important to the New Zealand boating industry for lots of reasons, not least because it is a production launch, and those things are really quite rare today in New Zealand. The Rayglass 3500 likes to cruise at about 25 knots. It's a comfortable speed, the fuel consumption is pretty reasonable, and you're certainly going to cover the ground in a hurry. So we're up here on the bow of the Rayglass 3500. There's a nice lounging area here. These cushions can be removed when you're underway, but great place when you're still and the sun's out. There's even some drink holders, 4 of them, stainless steel drink holders there. Up on the windscreen you can see we've got 3 really robust windscreen wipers. There's a spotlight, and up on the roof area we've also got solar panels, which I'm told produce enough power to keep everything topped up on this boat. That's pretty good going. The new Rayglass 3500 has got a really social layout, and that's typified by this galley area which opens out onto the cockpit. The window folds right up out of the way. You've got a bifold door here so that the whole space opens onto the cockpit really nicely. I like the way the servery works. You can be cooking in here and serving, or you can be standing in the cockpit and being social with people who are inside the boat. I'm talking with Scott Little from Rayglass Boats. Now, Scott, you had quite a bit to do with this boat right from the very beginning, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, John. Yeah, we have been very excited about this whole project. Initially, it started from me personally wanting to look at a boat and come up with a concept of something that would suit my wife and family.
There's a lot about it that suits the Kiwi lifestyle. Was that part of what you were trying to achieve?
Yeah, we basically built a boat that would cater for all the needs of a guy, his wife and the family. So with that saloon area up in the front of the boat, giving you the U-lounge, the separate galley, and then we built the cockpit area and the front around it, basically.
So you actually started with the sort of the living areas of the boat and then sort of went from there? Is that how you sort of worked it?
Basically saw it as the main operating area of a boat, which you know most people want to work in the saloon day and night, and then we developed the rest of it from there.
Now, this is a pretty important boat for Rayglass. I mean, this is a production motor launch, which, they're like hen's teeth in New Zealand these days, and you must be pretty excited about the whole thing.
Yeah, we are actually. We're really excited about the future for ourselves, and obviously importantly for our customers and for our suppliers. From our own perspective, we've learned a lot from the 4000 that we previously built, which was a very successful boat, and we've put in a new spin on the layout and improved things. So we feel that we've got a boat that's really suited for the Kiwi boatie and the lifestyle that we expect to have here in New Zealand.
So got a really comfortable helm position. This captain seat is just brilliant. I like the way you've got fold-away armrests. You sit here securely. Excellent vision from here right around. And, it's a place that you can sit to drive or stand to drive. The bolster folds away. All the controls fall nicely to hand. In this case, it's a Simrad multifunction display, but you could have a Garmin or whatever it is you wanted to have. But there's plenty of real estate there for modern electronics. Another feature is the fact that the battery switches are remote, so you can turn your batteries on and off from here at the helm, which is a really nice feature. So for a boat of this size, this is a really good saloon area. We've got a full wraparound settee and a proper saloon table that you can sit around and enjoy. Extra seating on the starboard side. This arrangement would easily accommodate 5 or 6 people. They've used really sensible easy care fabrics. The sight lines from here are excellent sitting down. I can see out the windows, I can see right around the boat. Plenty of light also from the skylights, which open, and they're going to give us some ventilation too in the open position. This works extremely well. Now, the Rayglass 3500's cockpit is not massive, but it does work particularly well. You've got this nice wide swim platform aft here that people will use to fish from. We've got a nicely moulded bait table here. That's something that Rayglass does very well. We've also got this barbecue area. It's very sensible. It's actually outside the boat. You sort of keep the mess on this side, and a nice reversible seat. I'd like to introduce Simon Barker from Ownaship. Simon, quite a few of your customers are interested in this boat.
We've been working with Scott for close to 2 years now, providing some feedback with regard to this boat. So at the moment we've currently got 4 boats on order with Rayglass, which is really exciting. As you've seen, this is our first one. The first 2 boats are currently sold out. Once we start telling everybody about this great story, I'm sure the next couple will go after that pretty quickly.
Simon, very briefly, how does it work? How do people get into a boat like this with Ownaship?
Yeah, so what we do is try and make it affordable. We buy a boat, then we split it up into shares, and there's currently 6 shareholders going into this boat, and then they share their time. The allocation that they'll get is they'll get use of up to 57 days a year, which is a lot of boating time. So they put some capital in. They've got pride of ownership. They all talk about it being their own, and barbecue stories, dinner parties. They're all saying, do you want to come out of my boat, which is great to hear. And then they pay an annual management fee, which covers all the costs associated, like marina insurance and maintenance. All our boats are all walk on or walk off, so they're all clean and valeted after they finished, which they absolutely love, and also makes that easy getting out on the boat. They can spend more time out there.
No fuss boating. You just get all the enjoyment and none of the other stuff.
We take away all the hassles that people have with boating, and they just do everything that everybody enjoys. Works great.
Right, well, the engine room hatch is hydraulically operated. As you can see, it lifts up right out of the way. Access is great. We've got a couple of Mercury diesel TDI engines, 260 horsepower each. These are essentially the same engines that go into the Volkswagen Touareg. So nice and light and powerful. It's a 35 knot boat, which is pretty good going for a boat of this size. So this is the master cabin. It's the largest cabin on the boat. It extends underneath the saloon floor, but there is room enough here for a full queen-size mattress, and you can drop in whatever mattress you like. We've got standing room for dressing, so that works quite well. Some storage, and yeah, it's quite a sensible use of the space, which otherwise might not have been so well utilised. This is the bow cabin, and again we've got another double berth. You can sleep 2 people here quite happily, and there is an option of another bunk, so you could sleep 3 if you go for the bunk option. So the heads are a good size. They are completely moulded, fully moulded, so really, really easy to clean and really practical. So there we are, that's the Rayglass 3500. It's a smart new vessel, significant new vessel for the New Zealand boat building industry, and one that I think a lot of Kiwis are really going to enjoy. John Eichelsheim from Boating New Zealand. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more of these videos, please subscribe to our channel.